the shloka in Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karan Karanam. So Krishna is Adi Shiva. Adi means original. He's Adi Vishnu. He's the original Vishnu. He's Adi Brahma also. Whenever there is no Jiva who is qualified to take the post of Lord Brahmaji, then Lord Krishna himself take the post of Brahmaji. So it's Adi Brahma, Adi Shiva, Adi Vishnu, Adi Indra, Adi Varuna, Adi Agni. Everything is Adi. Krishna is the original of everything. So here, that Shiva is in spiritual world, he's been called Sada Shiva, and in Panchatattva, when we chant the Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavtaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. So if we understand that Panchatattva, Tattva means the truth. We need that five absolute truth. So among those five truth, three are Vishnu Tattva, which is Bhagwan Tattva, and one is Shakti Tattva, and one is Jiva Tattva. So the Vishnu is there, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishnu Tattva. Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Vishnu Tattva, and Shri Gadadhar is Vishnu Tattva. And Advaita Prabhu is Vishnu Tattva. And Advaita Prabhu is a combination of two personality, Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva. And that Lord Shiva is a Sadashiv Shiva, not the Shiva who is in the material world side. So what we are here talking about, we are talking about here Lord Shiva who is in the material side. But here Lord Vishnu, Brahmaji is glorifying Lord Shiva and is telling that you are the supreme, you are the father. So how do we understand, Krishna is saying Sarva Yonishu Kontaya Murtaya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahadiyonir Aham Bija Pradapita, that among all the living entity, I am the seed giving father. But here, Brahmaji is also saying that, oh my Lord Shiva, you are also a father. Even if you read Shiva Purana and many other Purana where it glorify Lord Shiva, then we understand that they are also saying, oh my Lord Shiva, you are also a father, you are also a mother. So how do we understand? So Srimad Bhagavatam opens up the clarity and it says, yes, Lord Shiva is also being considered as a father. And Lord Krishna is also being considered as the father. But Lord Shiva is the father of this material world. Material body. Here it says that Lord Shiva is the father, is the supreme, the controller of this material world. Okay? And Lord Krishna is the father of soul. Lord Krishna is the father of soul, and Lord Shiva and his wife Parvati, Durga Devi, is the father and mother of this material body. Okay, they are not the father and mother of the spirit soul, because Lord Krishna is the father and mother of our soul. Okay, it mamaivam so jiva loke jiva bhuta sana sana. So Lord is saying ham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam parvate, that everything you see spiritual and material, I am the source. I am the source of both material and spiritual. But here in this particular verse, in text number 42, which is today's verse, is talking about Lord Brahma is saying, Lord Shiva, you are the in charge, you are the father of this material cosmodification. Okay, because he cannot, because Lord Mahavishnu, when he glance upon the material nature, so that glance is carried by Lord Shiva. So because Lord Vishnu is completely spiritual, okay? He doesn't interact directly with the material nature. For them, he has manifested himself as Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, he only interacts with the material nature, which is Durga Devi. So by the combination of Lord Shiva and Durga Devi, this whole material manifestation take place. Of course, he is the secondary there, but the original is our Lord Krishna, or Lord Vishnu. So they are the original of everything. But here, the Lord Shiva, of course, he's been glorified too, because he is taking care of a very, very difficult task. Interacting with the material nature, it is also not good. Even in Canto 5, Srila Prabhupada says that he is the in charge of mode of ignorance. He is the in charge of mode of ignorance, or the annihilation. The maintenance is taken care by Lord Vishnu. Okay, creation is taken care by Lord Brahma, and annihilation is taken care by our Lord Shiva. So he's also Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu. He's constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord, Shri Ram, Ram, Ram. He's just chanting constantly. And he's also the in charge of false ego. So he's been also called as Tamsi because he's the in charge of tamas, the mode of ignore, and he's been called Tamsi also. And actually, the and actually Shankarshan, Lord Shankarshan is the in charge of false ego, and Lord Shiva is the devotee of Lord Sankarsana. So he's been also called as the in charge of false ego. So that's why in many other teachings of Srila Prabhupada in Srimad Bhagavatam, he mentions that if you pray to Lord Shiva to cut our false ego because he is the secondary in charge and the original is Lord Sankarsana, who is Lord Krishna, so he also cuts our false ego. If you see, his followers, they all ask him all the wealth, name, and fame, good wife, good husband, all the opulence of this material world. But he himself does not carry any of these things because he knows that everything is temporary. The actual wealth is the holy name of the Lord. If you know this story, in our Vedic Purana comes, there was one person, he was doing austerity to please Lord Shiva, and then he went to him, and Lord Shiva came. Okay, what do you want from me? Then he says, okay, oh my Lord, whatever you have the best, okay, in your treasure, you give that thing to me. So, okay, Lord Shiva said, are you sure? Are you ready for that? And he said, yeah, I'm particularly ready. He said, go to Vrindavan Dham. There is a sadhu, his name is Sanatana Goswami. You go, he has the best, everything. Whatever the best jewel among all the jewels, he has it. You go and see him. Then he went down there and he says, Lord Shiva has sent me, and he told me that you have the best jewel in your treasure. You please give it out to me. Then he said, oh really, you want that? He said, can you go to that trash bin? You go to that trash, and there is a paras money, which is touchstone. If you touch with that jewel, jewel, if you touch any iron or anything, it turns out into be gold. So you can take it. Then he was very happy, and he takes it out, and he walks further down. Then he realized, if this is the best among everything, then why did he throw that thing in the bin, in the trash bin? Or maybe he must have something more valuable. Then he goes back, he says, sir, I don't think so, this is the best of everything, because if it's so, then why did you throw in the trash bin? He said, oh, now you have understood. If you really want to know what is the best thing, so you do one thing, you throw this in the river and you come back to me and I'll give it to you. And he throws that, and he comes back to Sanatana Goswami, and he says, now you chant the holy name. And he gives him the bead, and he says, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. This is the best among everything. This is the best jewel among all the jewels. So he gets surprised. He says, okay, is that what you want? And in Canto 3, and we have read there, or maybe it's going to come in Canto 4 also, Lord Shiva himself declares, okay, the person who becomes the devotee of Lord Krishna and start worshipping him, okay, I personally give that devotee a personal protection. I don't give protection to my own devotee because they approach me only for the material benefit. I only personally give the personal attraction or personal protection to the devotee of Lord Krishna. Where is the example? The example is Ravana. Ravana was a staunch follower of Lord Shiva. Okay, when he was about to be killed by Lord Rama, then his wife Parvati asked him, my dear Lord Shiva, why don't you go and save your great devotee? Ravana is there. He says, my bab, I cannot go. I cannot go because Ram drohi mohe das kahawa, wo nar mohe sapne nahi bhava. Mean the person who enemy Lord Ram, who is my worshipable Lord, that person I don't even like in the dream. That person I don't even like in the dream. That is the benediction, or that is the blessing Lord Shiva is giving. So I also used to be, or I'm still, a devotee of Lord Shiva. And I used to pray that, because if you see most of the Indians, and especially South Indians and many other, or we all have maybe more or less attached to, or we were worshipping Lord Shiva. And I was also praying all the time, ki please give me intelligence, so whichever way I can serve you, my Lord Shiva, and whatever you think the best for me, you please award me that benediction. And then he awarded me the bhakti of Lord Krishna. And I didn't understand in the initial days of my spiritual practice in our Hare Krishna movement. But later on, when I started reading Srimad Bhagavatam, I attended Bhakti Vaibhav course and many other things, and I heard from many great sadhus, then it really makes me sense, because that is the prayer I was praying to Lord Shiva. Please give me a benediction, whatever you think best for me. And he awarded me with the bhakti of Lord Krishna, which is the ultimate. Okay, one time in Padma Purana, it is also mentioned there that one time Mother Parvati, she asked Lord Shiva, "Oh my dear Lord Shiva, what is the best, or who is the best person to be worshipped first?" Okay, and his famous quotation is that Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Okay, Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param Tasmat Prataram Devi Tadya Nam Sama Archanam. That means among all the worship, among all the humans and demigods and everybody, the topmost worship is the worship of Lord Vishnu. And who is saying this? Lord Shiva himself is claiming the topmost person to be worshipped is Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. And further, he clarifies that above that, the worship of Lord Vishnu is the worship of his devotee. Because why? Because his devotees give Lord Krishna to others. Early in the morning, when 7 o'clock, we just read that Srila Prabhupada Arti, when we sang that no, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sarma. In Shri Guru Charan, the worshipping the lotus feet of our spiritual master is the only source of bhakti, because the bhakti Krishna doesn't give so easily. Okay, he gives everything. He will give you all the opulent of this world, but he doesn't give the bhakti. Bhakti he has reserved, with his devotee. One time in lecture of Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, I heard that he was saying that association of the devotee is a birthplace of bhakti. Bhakti is also independent. Bhakti is also independent, like Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna has been addressed as Swarat. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter number 1, verse number 1, he's been called as Swarat. Tene Brahma Hidaya Adi Kave, that verse. He's been called Swarat, independent. So Krishna is independent and Bhakti is also independent. So how do we get the Bhakti, or how did we get the Bhakti? Because a devotee desired, because the Bhakti has been transferred from the heart of a pure Vaishnava to the heart of other people. When a Vaishnava, when a Shuddha Vaishnava, when a pure Vaishnava decides that I want to give this spiritual life, this Bhakti to others, then Bhakti Devi transfers herself from the heart of a pure devotee to the heart of a conditioned soul. Okay, and then when she comes here, that's where it's, of course, it is also our individual desire that we want to, because the bhakti seed has been planted in our heart. Now it is our individual desire that how do we nourish that plant, and that plant is being nourished by proper hearing, proper attentive chanting, proper attentive service, association, deity service, whatever Srila Prabhupada has said, Sharvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Samaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. This Navada Bhakti, this 9 process has to be, perfectly been followed or been practiced. And when we do so, then we can say that Bhakti Devi is being nourishing, because she has been called Bhakti Lata. Lata means creeper. Okay, like if you say money plant, we are from India. There are many plants are there that some plant they have got a strong, thick, hardwood which we call trunk, so they can sustain by themselves. but there are some plants, they are not being called plants, they are being called like creepers. So creepers need support. They always put a stick, so around the stick it just that creeper, it just spins around and it grows further up in the high. That's what they do. So that's why the bhakti is also there. She's been referred to a lata. Lata means a creeper. Creeper needs support. Then how do we support our bhakti? There is a stick, and the stick is the association of a Vaishnava. And in that stick, you will find hearing, listening, chanting, service, counseling, what has to be done, what has not to be done. So many things, many informations are there. Until themselves, we take the support of the association, which is the actual stick for our bhakti lata, we can only grow upward. But otherwise, if you don't take that support, then what does the creeper do? It just spins around themselves and it just entangled in there and doesn't grow further. It doesn't go in a single way, it just spins around itself. So that's why our bhakti without the association of a Vaishnava, it just spins around itself, and we find ourselves after many, many years, same we are the same person. We haven't even changed at all. That's why it's very important to have that stick, which is the stick of association. That's why we need to read a lot about about Srimad Bhagavatam. By that, the clarity will happen. Okay, Lord Shiva we worship, but how do we worship Lord Shiva? In the connection of Lord Krishna, because he is a devotee of Lord Krishna. Okay, so Lord says you have to worship my devotee. So we are worshipping Lord Shiva in connection to Lord Krishna. That's why it becomes a Lord Shiva also get pleased, Lord Krishna also get pleased. But if you do worship Lord Shiva in the consciousness, no, he is the supreme, he is the ultimate absolute truth, which is not nice, because he himself has said, Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Okay, so thank you so much. And I see if anybody has any question. If it's not, and I think we have 1 or 2 minutes to go. No questions?
Haribol.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you so much for getting me this verse. It was very nice to speak on it.
Thank you. Apology for last moment notice.
No, I like to do that, spontaneous things.
We like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. Weekend filled with festivities. Tomorrow there's a picnic, temple picnic to Bear Mountains. We'll encourage you all to come. As Param Brahma Prabhu mentioned about association. In association, even when you go on a picnic, it's association, it's Krishna conscious.
It's a
Right?
spiritual picnic, spiritual picnic.
Spiritual picnic. As I will hear that New York devotees will go to Gita Nagari and play volleyball, this, that, but yeah, it's picnic, it's spiritual picnic. Retreats are needed. So that's tomorrow. Prem Kishore Prabhu has posted in the group, and you can follow that. Yeah, it's a couple of hours from here, but no, that will be nice. Go in the morning. I believe, yeah, it starts at 11, and after 5 we'll come back. Okay. On Sunday, we have Gauranga Darshan Prabhu coming to our center. So he's speaking from 5 to 6 and 6:30 to 7:30. There are 2 sessions. And the topic is also posted, sensitivity in dealings. That's a topic of discussion on Sunday.
It's starting at 5 o'clock, yeah? 5.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Oh, so early, okay.
There are 2 sessions, 5 to 6 and 6:30 to 7:30. We
Okay.
wanted to hear more from him, so we are having 2 sessions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's on Sunday, and yeah, we'll offer our prayers. Today is also funeral services for His Grace Vrindavan Chandra Prabhu. So we'll offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Jai Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Jai Jai Nrsingo, Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhingam, Ugraviram
Ugraviram,
Sindhulantam
Sarvatom
Sarvatam,
Sarvatamukam,
Bhaumatengam
Sarvatomukam,
Bhisham Bhadram
Narsingham,
Nrsingham
Vishnu
Vishnu
Mrityum
Bhadram,
Nityam Namami
Nitya
Ham.
Nrsingham
Namami.
Ham. Nrsinga Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad
Jai,
Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai,
Jai.
Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Samal Vaishnavas.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanevayo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Namaha.
Namah.
Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavendra ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai,
Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.
Ki
Shri
Jai,
Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaur
Jai.
Premanande.
Hari Hari
Hari Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you everybody.
Thank
Hari
you.
Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hari Krishna.
Krishna.
Hari Bol.